Hello, we are Cliff and Steph. Come with us as we fix our air conditioner after having battery problems, and it seems like the problems just never end, but we got her done. Well, we were going to go to town, and which we did go to town, but we got in the car and AC is not working, and I should have known because twice the AC is shut off. First time I just accidentally left the lights on and the battery ran dead, and then I jumped it and air conditioner wouldn't come on, so I took it to a mechanic, and he took one of those relay switches out and left it for a while and then put it back in, and the air conditioner started working shortly after that. So I went on the internet then and I looked it up and seen what he did. So the second time I left the lights on and the batteries went dead, I knew what to do, and so we got away without taking it to the mechanic that time. But this last time the battery went dead, it went complete. The battery was bad and we had to replace the battery, and I wasn't thinking and I didn't remember that relay switch had tripped. Well, for some reason the air conditioner worked real good all day yesterday afternoon on the way home, but this afternoon when we got in the car, it's not working. And so I know what to do, or I should know what to do.
And tell what the temperature is.
Oh yeah, what is the temperature, Steph?
About 112.
It's about 112. So we just came into town, we're all hot and sweaty. But now the thing is, we decided to go back on our agreement to not eat out. We're going to eat out. And then not only that, we have the pharmacy. There's got to pick up some drugs at the pharmacy, and also there's a few little grocery items we need. So anyway, the problem is right now is that I basically forgot the sequence of how we pull out that relay and when we put it back in and stuff like that. So for the best of that I can recollect, I'm going to pull the relay, go in and get a little lunch, and I'll put it back in right before we start the car then after lunch. And if that don't work, I'll try something else. So anyway, that's the dilemma we're in right now. Yeah, but I don't take it too serious. We'll be okay. I'll just have to think real hard and remember how that's supposed to, sequence of how that all is supposed to happen. So we're out. Got the hood up. Boy, that hood is hot. And so we'll take off the battery cover, and here's a little cover for the relay switches. Here, let me get it out. Okay, which one? So I need to look at this cover here, and there gives me all the module settings, the relay settings. So here, let me figure this out. So I took the one out right here, and that is for according to this baby here, be the right one. So we'll let that cool off a little bit, or I'll just take it, I'll set it right there, put this back together and go have lunch, and we'll put it back together on the way out, see if it. Well, I left Steph in the cafe, and I'm going to go out here and see if I can get this car started and get the air conditioner running. See if what I remember is actually accurate or not. Don't laugh at me if this don't work, because I'll have to go back on YouTube and revisit the situation. So let's give it a try. So here we go. Here's the relay. And I'm going to stick it right there. Don't feel like it went in right. Okay, just turn it over and do it the other way. Yeah, let me see. Hold on, I'll get it. Okay, I put it in over here, not up here, down here. And we'll start the car and see what happens. Cross your fingers. Okay, so that wasn't the one, that wasn't the way to go. It's just kicking out hot air. Wait a minute, it's cooling down. I can't believe it. Yeah, baby. Boy, you gotta do something right once in a while, even if it's by accident. Stephy's gonna be happy about this. Okay, success. I love it when a good plan comes together. Well, I'm supposed to be down in Mexico right now, getting my teeth fixed. And here I am sitting on the porch as the sunlight hits the mountain and waiting for the to get light enough out so that I can go look for some tools because my car ain't working. Now I think the last video I made about the car, I had it working, and that's a long story. It did work for a while, yeah, but it's not working now. Hope I'll get into that a little later. Okay, so here's a little critter that we were looking for yesterday and never could find. I just didn't look in the right place. That's the problem. So I'll tell you what happened. After I told you that, hey, I'd love a good plan that comes together because the engine, the air conditioner was cooling and it felt really good. So I didn't know really what to do at that point, so I decided it's in the parking lot, and I just didn't want to leave a car running in the parking lot. And you'd have to understand where we're at geographically. There's a high crime rate in the area, so I turned the car off and I went and got Steph and I brought her back. Well, it never worked after that. And I think my mistake was that I should have driven the car for about half an hour, and I think that was the magic thing. I don't even know how to explain it, but I think that's what happened when I got it fixed the first time with the first mechanic. He took the relays out, left them out for 20 minutes, put them back in, said, okay, now drive the car for 20 minutes. So I forgot that. So in the meantime, I've been playing with the relays, and to no avail. In fact, I bought one. It was kind of like a stupid thing to do, but I decided I needed one, so I bought one. But that didn't fix the problem. So I got a hold of my friend Manuel there in Othello, Washington, and he told me to take my voltmeter and check out if there was current on some of those pins. Which yesterday, in 112-degree heat, I just decided that I could do that later, and I did. I found it. One of the first places I looked for this morning actually is where I found it. So that's what we're doing. Is we're going to here in a minute pop the hood and check and the pins that Manuel asked me to check. So I think it's light enough. Let's go do that. Well, here's the battery cover that covers the fuses and relays. Let's get that off of there. Okay, so there are the relays and the fuses right next to the battery, and it still may be too dark for you to see, so we'll wait a few more minutes. This is the diagram that you see on the bottom of the relay and fuse cover. And this is what it would look like in real life, when you're just looking down on the fuses and the relays. So as it turns out, we do have current going to the post. It'll be on the left side and towards the back. So we'll just have to wait and see what manual says now. At least we won't be doing this out in 120-degree weather. So I'm going to go back inside where it's cool. The sun's coming out and I can feel the rays. And it's getting hot out there already. So this is a relay, and you can see that the pin is open between pin 30 and pin 87. And that's what our focus of our attention has been on. In this picture you can see that there are numbers close to each one of those pins that identify what the pin is. So I put this picture up to help you to understand what the relay is, and you can see that the relays are little boxes, and then the fuses, everybody knows what a fuse looks like. And in the blue, you can see on one of those relays a little copper wire coming out from the bottom of that. Yeah, don't do that. Well, I just about blew up my car. Manuel told me to do something and I did something different. But I did something different before he told me what to do. And we're lucky I still got electrical circuit. It's like I short-circuited a couple of pegs. And where it works really good, it could have been disastrous. So when Manuel gets done cussing me out, I'll wait to hear from him, see if we can do this right. All right. So I'm on my way to get some Freon to put in the air conditioner system, and we don't know that that's going to work, but we went through a lot of tests, and we jumped a couple of pegs on one of the relays, and the air conditioner worked. So that really narrows down the things that could be going wrong. So I'm just going to put some Freon in it, and then we'll eliminate that from the scenario. So either that, other than that, I'm going to have to take this baby in to a mechanic. So there goes another $100, $120, something. All right, well, let's find out if this works or not. And here, away I go. Well, I've seen this brand of refrigerant advertised on a television, so it must be good. Okay, this is the kind I got, and the one with the gauge on it. And right there is the little place you put the Freon. I'll read the directions one more time, see if I do it right. So as it turns out, according to the gauge, that system is Waverfield. So I'm going to a mechanic shop and see if they'll help me out. But it looks like he's got cars sitting around here. I'm hoping he can get me in. I'm really worried about that. So tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock seems to be the time earliest I can get in. So it's only about 112 to 113 degrees out right now. I think I'll take this thing home and stay inside for the rest of the day. So I did make it back the next day, and he did fix the air conditioner. Basically, what he said, that everything was okay, it just needed service. In other words, I think he put some refrigerant in the system, and then that's what did the trick. But he also said that the the pressure was way high, but it was just air pressure. It had nothing to do with the Freon. They took all the Freon out and put the right amount in with the right pressure and all that kind of stuff. So what you're seeing here is a business card that I designed while I was waiting for my car to be fixed. He had a business card, but it was pretty plain Jane. So I did the design for him, and he really, really likes it. And from this design, he took me out to a 6 foot wide, 7 foot tall lighted face sign that he wants redone. So out of that, I think I got a job